Good music, good times.
One good thing about music, when it is to
good music, good times. Delivering the best.
Smartin, GMGT, good music, good times. Where the culture lives, keep it locked. Smartin said that. Easy.
Must be confusion in your mind. If you see, then you shall find, and you can call me. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes. One, you call 10 times yesterday, 10 more again today. Think you can program but I live my own damn life. Seems like you want more than company. Can't tell in friends and family. But a young handsome guy, don't get things twisted, baby. Don't expect no more than what we already have. Keeping it simple. Don't expect no more than what we already have. Keeping it simple. Yeah. Girl, you already have a man, but I can be yours sometime. Baby, call me sometime, not all the time. So, girl, you already have a man, but I can be yours. Baby, call me, but not all the time. So, you take a wine with me sometime. You take a grind with me sometime. You can vibe with me sometime, but not all the time. So, you take a wine with me sometime. You take a grind with me sometime. You can vibe with me sometime, but not all the time. So, you say you not letting go. You think life's a rodeo. Please do not bring that vibe, cause I'm just the man outside. Tell Juliet I'm not Romeo. I'm not the milk to her Oreo. Just let your feelings subside and don't get mixed up now, baby. Don't expect no more than what we already have. Keeping it simple. Don't expect no more than what we already have. Keeping it simple. Yeah. Girl, you already have a man, but I can be yours sometime. Baby, call me sometime, not all the time. So, girl, you already have a man, but I can be yours. Baby, call me, but not all the time. So, you take a wine with me sometime. You take a grind with me sometime. You can vibe with me sometime, but not all the time. So, you take a wine with me sometime. You take a grind with me sometime. You can vibe with me sometime, but not all the time. So, sometimes, don't get things twisted, baby. Sometimes, don't get mixed up now, baby. Sometimes, but not all the time. So.
You give me something I need, yeah. You give me something I bleed, yeah. You give me something I crave, oh, I really need you too. I really wanna feel great now, so let me have my way now. No one ever gonna leave, cause I'm so invested in you. Cause I really feel a vibe every time you set the right down. And nobody like this, man, it's nothing like this, and it's nothing like you. Nothing and nobody like you. And every single time we touch, no one ever wanna stop, because I always wanna let you know that I love you so much, it's nobody like you. Nothing and nobody like you. So, make me ball out. Long time is a overdue. Long time is a overdue. Make me ball out. Long time is a overdue. Long time is a overdue. Because you're special to me. Special to me. Very special. Very special. Whoa, whoa. Because you're special to me.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to yet another Sit Down with myself, your favorite girl, Micah, here on Sit With Women, brought to you by GMGT.LIVE. I must say, I really appreciate the support for the entire time that we have been here. For the few weeks we have had this, this moment. I'm really proud, and I'm forever grateful for all of it. So just do me a favor, go ahead and start sharing that live. As you know, we have a very special guest here with us today. We actually have two special guests here with us today. We're gonna be having a nice little conversation today, guys. So just go ahead and share the live, and we'll be back.
Smartin, GMGT, good music, good times, where the culture lives. Keep it locked. Smartin said, easy.
Have a little money in the pocket 'cause I just got paid. I could do it a little more, but I'm still irate. So now I'm stepping out to a party. Trouble when I link up with my friends and family. Man, they show me how we mash it up. We rip it up, we mash it up. Girl, them a fi bubble and them a fi back it up. Everybody see me and they say we act it up. We just living, mash it up. We rip it up, we mash it up. Girl, them a fi bubble and them a fi back it up. Everybody see me and they say we act it up. So I'm gonna take a little drink, and I'm gonna do what I want, and I'm gonna wine if I feel like, and I'm gonna live how I want. So amazing, hey fatty bum bum, sugar dumpling, sweet bum bum, sweet something. Tell me something, tell me, how you gonna wine like that? Tell me, how you gonna bubble like that, baby? Look like you want me to get
Again, guys, I must say thank you for tuning in. Ella, Paris, my dad, Daniil, Raymond, Keisha, Jason, Paris, to everybody. I can't really see everybody's name right now, but thank you guys for tuning in. To my significant other on the low.
Oh God.
I see you. I see you, baby. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for always supporting me and pushing me to be better. I appreciate it. So, ladies, first of all, let me ask, how was your week? And introduce yourselves for me, please. And thank you.
Well, I want to introduce my best. Well, it's a soca enthusiast, but I'm always here anyways. But my best friend Patrina is on Sit with Women with Micah.
Hey guys, hey. I'm Patrina, and this is exciting. I'm so excited to be here. I thank you guys who are tuning in, and I think the host and the owners of this radio just for the platform for us West Indian people to get together and do great things.
Yes,
I'm so happy.
Yes, this is what it's all about. Just greatness, total greatness. And guys, as you know, today we have a very interesting topic. It's something where we all get to have a feel, and I feel like everybody have been through something in their life where, they just had to overcome it, and like, for whatever reason, it probably was super hard, or it was, probably easy to get through. But we are here to talk about being fruitful where you were afflicted. right?
Yes. Yes.
She's a little, you okay over there?
No, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm letting you introduce the topic. I'm waiting.
Like I told her, like she's doing all the talking. I'm just gonna sit here and agree with you. Like, right, Priscilla, that's all I'm doing. I'm like, yep, you're right. Go, sis.
This
Yes.
is a group convo.
Nah, we gotta talk together.
This is a group convo. Yeah, I'm so grateful because I spoke to Micah. I'm saying your name right.
Yes,
Okay,
first
good.
person ever.
And she was so just with it, and she was like, whatever you want to speak about, just let me know. And I really just was like, you know what, I'm gonna pray and get back to you because I come up with 500 different things to talk about, and I was like, I'm gonna let God do this one. So that's the topic I came up with, being fruitful where you've been afflicted. And the whole show is sit with women, and I feel like a lot of times the women, we gotta, especially West Indian women, if you American, don't feel no type of way. This is for you too. I feel like we're taught to just keep going, like keep going, keep going, keep going. You can't cry, you can't stay down because you have children, you have a man to take care of, you have a job to go to, and it's just like, in all of that, you don't have a moment to look at your fruit and to really evaluate things and identify where they come from. So I'm so excited for this platform, and we could just get right into it.
All right, let's get right into it.
We could just get right into it. Okay, so first of all, a little bit of background on the whole be fruitful where you've been afflicted. That's actually a Bible verse. For those of you who don't believe in the Bible, don't tune out. Just hold on to the verse just for what it is. I want everybody to be all-inclusive on this. I just wanted to tell you the root of where it comes from. Now, every time I hear being fruitful where you got afflicted, fruitful meaning producing fruit. So I'm going to make this very ABC 1, 2, 3 because I'm a very simple person. I can't catch all this deep stuff, so I'm going to make it as simple as I can. Fruitful means that you produce fruit. Afflicted means pain and suffering, places of pain and suffering. So pain, suffering, place. Out of this place comes fruit. Fruit comes from a seed. Everybody with me?
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
cool.
ma'am.
All right. I'm just making sure you guys are following me. So a lot of times I would hear this scripture, and it's so funny because growing up in church, and not in church all the time, but partially in church, you hear this be fruitful where you've been afflicted, and it just sounds like a great thing. Like, yeah, I'm about to, build this business, even though I was like picked on and I was bullied, and I'm gonna do these great things. But I feel like people don't acknowledge one and identify that not all fruit is good.
Yeah.
And I think that it's very important that we learn to distinguish the two. And I feel like even in church, even like period, people don't bring up that situations produce bad things in you.
Yeah.
And how to tell the difference, because what could be good fruit for you is bad fruit for me. What could be bad fruit for Priscilla is good fruit for me. So how to tell which is which is very important. So before I explain what are examples of good fruit and bad fruit, I just want to explain to you how to tell the difference if it's good or it's bad. Now, if it's a good fruit, think of the best version of yourself. So think of, regardless to what you believe in, the universe, the stars, animals, your children, I don't know. But whatever you believe in, that entity is going to help produce the best version of you. And as you live, you're being and you're becoming at the same time. So if you want to identify what's good and what's bad for you, is something working towards that person, or is something working against that person? So it's very simple. This is who I want to be. Is this thing helping me, or is it counterproductive? That's the very simple way to tell the two. Make sense?
Yes. Yes. I feel like I feel like I'm in one of them motivational classes. And
She's
you're
such
like,
a good speaker. For
okay,
real.
let's go.
Yeah.
I like this. Let's go.
Let me get my notebook.
I know, right?
No, I definitely believe in motivation because I think we need it. But
Yeah.
we don't need a cookie cutter message. I don't want to hear that everything's going to be okay. Because right now I don't feel that. You know?
Girl.
So it's like if I don't feel that, I'm not trying to hear
Yeah,
some, like,
I need you to be real to me, or as real as possible.
As
If
real
I'm
as you
going
can
to
get.
fall in a pothole at some point, you need to tell me that.
period.
Don't come tell me, oh, it's so straight. It's going to be so sweet. Everything's going to be so easy. No. I know there are blood, sweat, and tears and everything.
Exactly.
Stop preaching to me that, you know,
lie.
everything is going to be good.
Right.
Because then I think something's wrong with me.
Exactly. And then you go checked into a mental institution and you're like, wait, what? I'm confused. How did I get here?
Then you find out it's normal. Then you find out auntie went through it. Mommy went through it.
Yep.
And it's nothing new under the sun, but you've been taught all these lullabies.
And it's something that we don't acknowledge as a people. We would acknowledge the good, but the bad that comes with it, we throw it out.
Period.
How you expect me to learn if I can't get both sides? I need the good and the bad. I need every reaction. You can't.
Agreed.
Yeah, you can't just come and tell me, "Oh, I got married. I've been married for 20 years."
But he cheat on you for 10 of the years. And how y'all
Exactly.
got through it? Nobody talk
Like,
about
and
it.
they don't speak about that part.
Nobody talk
They just
about
like,
it.
we went together for 20 years. Okay, sis. Are you happy?
Are you happy for all 20 years? And when you weren't happy, what happened?
Exactly. What did you do? Where was your turning point?
Completely agree. Even soca music, like everything is about drinking and having fun. But anybody ever had a hangover? Anybody? I don't hear a song talk about the pills, the sweating, the vomit. You wake
They
up.
don't tell you how you wake up after, right?
You
They don't.
wake up. You don't even want to look at your phone because you afraid who I ain't text, who I could have text. Oh God, it's like
They just tell you drink the rum. It's good for you.
drink and drink and drink. Forget the limit. Just
Yeah.
keep going.
They don't tell you that when you wake up tomorrow, you're gonna be a little.
Out of it.
You know,
And don't check the
you're,
bank
you're
statement.
gonna sleep in the bathroom for another 2 nights. They don't say that to you.
Don't check the bank statement because you done bought drinks for everybody because you heard splinters. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
I with my
Like,
friend and them.
Right? You get a drink, you get a drink, you get a drink.
You know
No.
what? Everybody in here gets a drink today.
Everybody get a drink except me. I'm breastfeeding, but that's cool.
I'm weak.
But just this is exciting. I'm happy. I'm happy that everyone's following me. I definitely wanna just be clear, and so you guys are clear on how to identify whether something is good or bad for you.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
This is a personal message. This is not for your cousin, brother, sister, aunt. This is for you. So examples of good fruit. So is everyone aware of the Me Too movement? Okay, for those of you who are not, happened so, straightforward. But a lot of women came forward, and a lot of women hashtag their stories Me Too. And then I was abused too. I experienced this as well. So that's the Me Too movement. Now, why this is good fruit is because it started in a place of affliction. It started in a place of feeling small. So I just want you to think of this place. It started in a place of feeling like you're the underdog. You're being taken advantage of. You're experiencing pain, and possibly pain for years. You know, you're feeling that suffering. You might have anxiety. You might have depression. You're going through this, and here's this woman who is strong enough to say, you know what? I'm not going to be silent anymore about what happened to me. And somehow, I'm sure she did not expect the response she got. It was insane. It was like these heavy hitters from all these companies that were actually molesting these women and what they were doing to them. Like, no one was saying anything. So she really started a movement. Like, so I'm sure when she was in that place and she was trying to come out of it, she didn't think that this was going to go this far.
Yeah.
As I'm sure y'all don't know how far y'all going to go, but just a plug real quick.
don't know.
But y'all going to go real far just because it's just good vibes, and we just West Indian people. Come on. So, plug. But she didn't know, like, out of this dark, dirty place, this great thing was going to come from it, and people were going to get free. Like, I'm big on that, is getting free. whatever your freedom looks like to you, because what we deal with, we don't talk about, and what we feel, we don't talk about.
Yep.
And for her to just have that courage to come out and do this, and it made Priscilla more courageous. It made Stephanie more courageous. I'm not saying that anything happened. Okay. I'm just saying that it made other women more courageous, and men, because men experience these things as well, but another topic for another day. The whole point is that was good fruit. Another movement I want to talk about that came from a lot of pain, a lot of affliction, a lot of suffering, was Black Lives Matters. Come on, because we matter. And if you're not with it, then you could just
take several seats.
Period.
Sit down.
Period.
Be humble.
Thank you.
And this is so overwhelming, and it's what a time to be alive. I know 2020 been a very shaky for a lot of us, but
who would have thought that in 2020 we would be still, living through this slavery mentality? I thought we would have evolved from that, but clearly,
we weren't given the tools to
evolve. It's not going anywhere. And I feel a little hurt. I'm like, you read about it in your history books and all that stuff, and people are forever just coming and hit you with the, oh, why are you saying Black Lives Matter? All lives matter.
No.
But you know what I will say is that we're not the same. We're not in the same place that we were in, because if companies, let me just bring it to business, right? Because I love business, but that's another topic for another day as well.
That's 3 topics.
Right,
That's 3 Thursdays
I gotta have
to
you
go.
back. I gotta have you back. No, but businesses, big companies feel so impelled to say something suddenly, because they didn't know about police brutality before.
They didn't know. Moving on.
Before we were bugging. Before he has a record, he stole something. He shouldn't have been there. Before it was excuses, but now they feel compelled. Like if we don't say something, then we don't have their money.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is, because.
So now they have to say something.
Yep. Well, they have to pretend that they're saying something so that they keep us in their pockets.
Period. But good or bad, whether you believe it or not, at least you standing for it.
Yeah.
So that means that if Sally did something racist to me, you know that if you don't
say something,
Black Twitter, Facebook, the news, because it's all publicity at this point. So you know that
everybody's in it for the clout, right, Priscilla?
Period. And we about to share this story.
Yep.
And no one's coming. Don't let us.
We're gonna make it known. Yep.
Don't let us tell you we're not shopping there.
And we're gonna do that word of mouth marketing. Black people are famous for this. We gonna tell our sister, and sister's gonna tell her best friend.
Now?
Everything.
Fashion Nova's canceled. Shein is canceled. Pretty Little Thing canceled.
That's it.
Like
yeah,
you
I get
get
the
canceled.
point, yeah.
So it's like, even if this is not what you represent or believe, you have to say something. It's not like, oh, well, we don't really want to say nothing because it's not really our business. It's like, no, if you want to have a mark, you better say something. Even I seen a picture with the I don't know, some important people. They had on like the African cloth, and they were kneeling, and it's like, wasn't we stoning Kaepernick for kneeling? Now suddenly everybody's okay with kneeling.
Yeah, we
it's like, okay, we see y'all on the wave, but I'm happy that you feel like you need to say something.
Yeah.
And I'm happy you're like, oh no, this is wrong. So again, this is one of the good things that came out of what we've been through and what we've been going through. A lot of these
from
mothers,
our pain and suffering.
Yeah, a lot of these mothers are like real big activists, and they're like, this hurt, but this is how I heal, and this is how I'm gonna heal other mothers that are feeling the same thing that I'm feeling.
Yeah, because once you accept your pain, then it's easy for you to heal. If you keep pretending that it's not there, you keep denying it, then it's harder for you to process when it's time for you to go through that healing phase. Because you have so much pride in you, like, oh, I don't have no pain.
I'm fine.
Sis, you're dying on the inside. Let it out.
And that's eventually you're gonna die. Like eventually,
mentally,
it's going to kill you.
physically, spiritually, you're going to die.
And that death would be a product of that
bad fruit.
Bad fruit.
There we go.
Ooh,
I'm getting it.
we doing something.
I'm
If nobody got it, Micah got it. Okay.
Somebody getting healed today.
Right? We getting healed today.
I'm healing all right.
Yeah.
I like this.
So no, so that we're gonna just go right into it. Bad fruit. That's exactly what that is. It's
a bad
suppressing this pain that you feel. And
Yes.
I'm just gonna get personal on this one because I didn't want to use I use such broad topics for good fruit. So bad fruit. I'm 26, so I think I started having real boyfriends. I like Priscilla, help me. 20?
19?
She said real.
Like a real boyfriend.
The others were imaginary.
Like adult relationships, doing adult things. Wink, wink.
Wink,
19.
wink.
19,
I don't know what that means. What's
You know,
wink, wink?
having relations. No, I
19
became
too.
sexually active at about 19, going on 20. So
Oh,
that's
I'm
why
sorry.
like-
I don't know about that.
It's okay. It's okay. For those of you who are virgins, please do not disregard what I'm saying. So I lost my virginity at about 19, and why this is important for me to share with you guys because it's very personal. Before I entered into my first real relationship, I almost got raped, and I know that it's weird. Like, you almost got raped. Like, what happened? I'm not gonna go into the details of the story, but
You don't have to.
yeah, it's not something I want to bring up. But the whole fact is that this almost happened to me, of course, by someone that I trusted and loved and everything that, happened. And because it almost happened to me, I didn't tell anyone. I think I told my friends after, like way after. I tried to get into a relationship. I was dating one of my boyfriends, and I don't want y'all to think I have all these boyfriends, but just mind your business on that part.
Heavy on the mind your business.
Heavy on the mind your business. No. So I started dating this guy, and he was a little aggressive, but he just cared. It was really just him caring. But what happened one day is we're at the park, and it's real cute and stuff, but leaves got on my pants, right? Like, I have on full sweats and Uggs. Leaves got all over my pants, and he just naturally goes to help me take it off. And I like blacked on him. I was like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? Like, I freaked out. And he was just like, okay, you getting to know somebody, you confused. And I was just like, why did I act like that? But I had already done it, so I'm going to stand by it till the end of the date when I try to figure out why I did that. So he's like, what was that about? I'm like, you shouldn't touch me. That's what that was about, period. Like, I don't know you that well. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm helping you take leaves off your pants. I'm like, yeah, but I got 2 hands. I can do it. Cause what happens is when you don't deal with why you're a certain way, you defend why you're that way. And you think it's okay. I'm protecting myself, So I know I'm this way, but if I'm not this way, then I'm vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I don't want to ever be vulnerable again.
Or you seem to be vulnerable. But
You seem and now somebody can prey on that vulnerability, and I don't want that to happen. But it wasn't until like I was in the shower and I was like, like, no funny. That was kind of weird. Like, I was like, I'm not even gonna hold you. It wasn't that serious. I didn't have to come at you like that.
But at the end of the day, like you say, you're just protecting yourself because you don't know like that,
But I think that I became different because something happened to me.
Well, you would.
Right. And that's that bad fruit.
Yeah.
Is that out of this place, something
It
was
changed
sown,
you, right?
Something happened, and I never talked about it, and 2, I never talked about the effects of it either. It was like, now I'm overprotective. I don't trust the men in my life. However, I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want to be in a happy relationship, but don't touch me. So it's like,
how is that going to work out?
how does that? Remember how we differentiate the two?
The characteristics, the bad fruit from the good fruit.
Right. How does that get me to the best version of myself if I'm overprotective, if I'm aggressive? I'm the aggressor now. You didn't even have to touch me because I'm gonna break you at the beginning. I'm gonna let you know how this is gonna go. You're not gonna violate me. And he's like, I'm trying to love you. Like, I'm trying to take you out. I'm trying to buy you roses or whatever it is men do to lure women. I don't know, but it's like
wow, what she said, I don't know.
because every dating now is different, and I don't even want to get another topic for
4 topics.
another
That's
day.
4
Come
Thursdays.
on.
Let's go.
Come on.
I'm keeping track.
Come on. But out of this place of pain, and I felt like I was suffering because I wasn't telling anybody, and I wasn't, open about it. Because a lot of times you feel like it's your fault.
Yeah.
You go through something and you feel like I did this to myself.
You blame yourself. Yeah.
Mind you, half the times it's not your fault, but you feel like I could have done something to stop it. And if I tell someone, they're going to confirm what I feel. And I don't want to deal with you telling me that it was my fault. And I remember I did tell I forgot who it was, but I did tell someone because I was having trouble in my relationship. I was having trouble with intimacy and not just sex. Like, I just had a problem opening up. And I was like, this is kind of weird. Like, he's so open, and I'm just like, you're doing a lot. So what is wrong with me? I am broken. And they were like, you got to go back to that place. So that ties us into the last part of this whole thing is, now that you can tell the good fruit from the bad fruit, when you find the things that you want to change and you want to heal from, and you want to stop it from living your life for you, now that you've gotten to that place where you're like, this is what came out of here, I've acknowledged that I have these characteristics that are working against me. What am I supposed to do with it? Like, that's the next question. Okay, what now? You brought me to a place. I get it. Okay, I'm bitter because that happened to me. I'm angry.
What's the next step?
Yeah, what now? Because I've learned to live like this. So the next step for me, and just what I want to encourage everyone else to do, is I want you to find the root. I want you to find the location. I want you to find where it happened. And it may have been happening for a long time, but there was a moment that it first happened. There was a moment that your pain and your suffering started. You could have lost a loved one. There's some people that never stop grieving from losing someone. I lost my brother last month, June 1st.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. But I didn't say that for you guys to get sad. Don't get sad on me.
Rest in peace,
Okay.
Kendall.
Yes, rest in peace, Kendall. I lost him last month, and I had just given birth, but that was too extremes. It was like, yay, baby, oh, death, whoa. And some people never come out of that place. Like, your emotions are so tied up, you just shut everything down. And so my goal is that after we figure out what we've produced and we figure out what we're sowing into other people, we stop it, break the cycle. And the only way you could do that is to acknowledge where it started. What happened to you? You don't have to share it with people. This is like a reflection moment. I know we got real deep real fast. So take a shot if you need to. Therapy for free. So go back to that place. And the reason why we didn't start at that place, because a lot of people would tell you, oh, think of the places that you were afflicted. Think of the places where you suffered. Think of the places where you felt pain. But I don't like to start there, because when you start there, you get lost in that place again. Like, and you start remembering who said what. You start remembering how you felt. Now you're dealing with depression. Now you're insecure. And that wasn't even what you was dealing with to begin with. But now, because you went back to that place, you got distracted for why you were there in the first place. So I like to work backwards. We're going to start with the product of this place, and we're going to go back to the root of that place. And we're going to bury and close that casket. Because it's very important that you say, you know what? Yeah, I was small then, and I was hurt, and I was battered, and I didn't know how I was going to come out of it. But the fact that I'm here, that means I came out of it. But I'm going to come out of it different, because there's someone who needs to hear a better way. It's so unfortunate, especially, and I love my people, but especially in West Indian homes. Abuse goes unnoticed. It goes, we don't talk about it.
We can't, apparently.
We can't, because then it's like, well, if he leave, then who gonna pay the rent? Come on.
Wait, so sidebar real quick. I wanted to ask you, how do we, if you're somebody that's vulnerable and you're a little bit weak, how do we deal with it? Like, what would you recommend? Like, therapy, you know, there's things like therapy and stuff like that. Like, what would you recommend for people that can't necessarily deal with it on their own?
On their own, tell somebody. Tell somebody. Weakness is a lie that we tell ourselves. It's an excuse. It's something that your enemy, the enemy, whatever that is, tells you to feel like you're inferior, to feel like you'll never leave this place. Like depression, if you ever been depressed, like you feel like there's no end to this thing. And that's what weakness is. So first you got to say, I feel weak, but I'm not weak. And then find, like, it starts in you. Like, I could tell you a million times that this is bigger than you, you know, like, you're not a weak person, you're strong. I mean, we hear that all the time, Black women. You're strong, you're strong, you're strong, you're strong, but I don't feel strong. So you're not going to believe it until you realize I am not weak. I'm in my weakness. Yes. I'm on the low right now, you know, but I'm not weak. Somewhere in me, my better self, that better version of who I am, is a strong person. And in order to get help, I got to tell someone I feel weak. I know I'm strong. I know this is who I am, but I'm not there yet.
What if you can't bring yourself to talk to somebody about your weaknesses?
Write it down. Write it down. It's so many of these forums, places like this, where you could write an anonymous note and send it to somebody.
Because I say that because, you know, in the Caribbean culture, you can't really
expose things.
You can't say, okay, I'm gonna go see a therapist, because a therapist is not very confidential. They're friends with somebody who's friends with somebody who's friends who's friends with your family, and before you know it, everybody knows what you're going through, and then you can't take it no more. You're like, you know what? I'm committing suicide. That's the only way to stop this.
I think for those situations, first of all, we need to start in the homes. We need to make it comfortable for our children.
You can't even make it comfortable at home, because at the end of the day, parents believe that as a child, you shouldn't be feeling depressed. You shouldn't be stressed. You shouldn't be tired. You shouldn't feel like...
Or they hit you. No, they hit you with this. That's not real problems.
Yeah. That's not adult problems.
Right?
You're a
got
child.
Anxiety? What is that?
This... Go outside and play. Go be with your friends. Like,
no, but we need to understand that there's levels to everything. Like, even if you're a child, there's something that's gonna stress you out. There's something that's gonna make you sad and stuff. So, like, that's why I'm happy that this generation is like moving on to. Even though it's like 50-50, it's like you can't have emotions, but you can. But at the same time,
you can have certain emotions. We accept certain emotions, but you want to get a little deep. Take that outside.
Too much. Too much.
Yeah, you gotta go to Twitter for that. But I'm happy that this generation is embracing emotions now. But we have to keep going with that, you know, like that narrative that, like, even kids, like who no matter who you are, whether you're unemployed, you're employed, whatever it is, like, you're allowed to have emotions and, you know, go through that. So there's always, and I know there's, I said in one of the other episodes, there's this app called Mood Path where you can write down all your feelings. Yeah.
There's another app called BetterHelp that you can get therapy sessions. I've tried it.
And then I saw this post earlier from someone. She said that every month she asks her kids, what can I do better to be a better mom to you?
That's good.
And I feel like that question just flies over so many heads of parents. Like, can you put your pride aside for once? Think about your children's mental health.
Period.
Think about the emotional health. And think about what's going to happen to them in the long run if you let this slide. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put all this aside and I'm going to talk to my child. See where they're coming from. Maybe I did something that hurt them.
But you know what it is?
Parents never hurt us.
Some parents can't handle that.
No.
I already feel insecure. I'm not making excuses for it. But I already feel less than. I already feel like there's more I should do for you. And I'm already hard on myself. And now you're going to tell me what else I'm not doing right. Right? So that conversation, you got to be prepared for it.
Like any other conversation.
Anything, right?
Like the sex conversation that we fail to have with our kids. I don't understand why we can't talk about sex at home.
Don't do it.
I don't. But
don't do it.
But 3 years later, you be like, so when I'm gonna get a grandchild? Well, I can't have sex. That's how they come.
I don't even know how to. You know, I feel insecure in my own sexuality. But thankfully, I had a great mom who really made me comfortable in my sexuality. But even with that confidence, I was still taking advantage sexually. So you have to open up that forum. But most importantly, we can't go back. but we could change what's happening. So Priscilla's gonna be somebody's parent, or forget parent. There's people that look up to you now. You know, people look up to you. So we gotta
No, they don't.
trust me. Just people are tuning in. I don't know. 13 people are still here listening to whatever it is you have to say because they trust that you're gonna have somebody of substance on the show. So they're listening to you.
Somebody said my daughter and I have a conversation book. She writes whatever she feels. It's hard to have a sit down with me. We answer each other and close it.
I love that.
There we go.
amazing.
I love
That's
that.
amazing.
I love
Thank you.
that. Get the
That
conversation
is, yeah,
books.
that's one way to you know, fill that void.
Yes.
It's
Group
one way to
chats.
pull that bridge together. And everybody got phones nowadays.
Yep.
Get
If
a
you
group
don't want to
chat,
do a face-to-face conversation with your child, just how you text them and be like, I'm outside with groceries, come get it. Text
Right,
them and say,
period.
why are you up so late? Are you okay? You know, do you want to talk? I have younger brothers. I do talk to them like that. Like, do you need to talk? Is there something that, you know, you want me to say? I probably won't be able to, mom. I might let you get away with what mom won't let you get away with.
Right.
But at least I had that conversation with you. I have an 18-year-old brother who's about to be 19. He's a man, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's like, how much did you avoid just by being an open door for them?
Yeah, I feel for like teenage boys right now too. I feel for teenagers in general because I feel like they don't really have outlets. They have, it's like they kind of have each other and the internet.
Yep, and
But I
that's
really
it.
feel for like teenage boys because I have a cousin like I feel like he doesn't open up now because like everybody in my family has been like, all right, well, you know,
You're
like
a man.
You're a man.
Yeah.
You're growing up. Like you need to do this. You need to do that. But nobody's really sitting down to teach him how.
Exactly.
Or like speaking to him. So yeah.
Like
you know, that
ask
needs
them
to-
what's going on in your head. What are the bad fruits? What are the good fruits? What are the characteristics that you're facing
hurt
so we can
you?
differentiate?
Yeah.
You know, like, is there anybody bullying you? Probably they can't fight you physically,
But
but they can get to you mentally. Like,
Yeah.
are you bullying you?
are you doing that? Talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
And again, it's always in the Caribbean that we cannot grasp that.
But we're all fruits of our parents, and we have.
I'm probably a
So
bad fruit.
no,
America needs to stop, man.
no, you a good fruit, and I think that it starts
Maybe.
with us. It starts with us. It's like, yeah, we love to party, we love to drink, but what we don't talk about is the grammar zone that they be drinking in Trinidad. Come on, like,
Shot after shot after shot.
right? It's people that really out themselves,
Yep.
and their whole family.
Yep.
Like that's not a fake thing. That's a real thing that's happening, and that person didn't just get there.
No, it's a buildup.
It is.
Years, sometimes
stress.
months, probably it was just weeks.
And then because somebody told you to not talk about it, you tell somebody else, listen, don't talk about it. And then they tell that person, listen, don't talk about it. It don't make no sense.
And before you know it, the whole community knows, and you're like, how did it
And nobody's
did it
healed.
get here? And nobody's healed. Everybody else. It's just a long line of hurt people right now.
Hurting people.
Because now you committed suicide or you killed somebody or something like that. You're hurt. Your family's hurt. The friends of your family's hurt.
Yeah.
So it's just a whole long line of pain.
Yeah.
Domino effect.
Yep. You become.
And we're
like
not
that
breaking
before.
any curse by doing that.
Nope. And that's the whole point, is that we learn to be the difference. And the only way to be healed and to heal other people is to close that casket. Like, go back to that place. It's going to be hard.
Hermica, close that casket.
Hashtag close the casket. No, but for real, go back to that place. Bury that thing.
It's not always easy going back where you were hurt.
You know? But you're not going back there to relive it. You're going back there to leave what you became there.
And you also have to be ready to
Yeah.
close it too. So don't
You gotta
don't
be-
rush the middle process either. Like,
Don't.
You gotta be really ready. You gotta be ready to stay up all night crying your eyes out and be like, how did I get here?
Let me tell you, I started therapy early last year. And it was so funny. I said, Mom, I'm going to therapy. And I was just like, I want to be a better person. I don't know. I got some things. Maybe I'll deal with them in therapy. I'm going to do it. My mom was like, you okay? Like, randomly, she'll come in the kitchen. You all right? You sure you're all right? Why you going to that lady? I'm like,
They're
why?
like, you can talk to me.
I'm like,
It's
right.
free.
So you don't feel like you could talk to me? I'm like,
You
Ma,
can
it's
come
not
to me
even
for
that.
anything.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's okay. But when I first started going, mind you, my therapist was an Orthodox Jew.
Oh, dear.
In an Orthodox Jewish area. and I was like, this is kind of weird. But
I was about to ask, what's that experience like? Cause
I was like, you know what? I'm open. Like, let me not judge her. Hopefully she don't judge me. Like, let's sit down. Let's have the conversation. And I went and we spoke, and she broke everything down for me. She always asks me questions. Therapy does not heal you. I want to be clear. Therapy is a tool that shows you yourself. So therapy is something that is used to dig up things in you, help you learn the way you learn things, the way you process things, the way you make your decisions. And she made that very clear to me. She's like, if you're depressed or you're anxious, I cannot take away that depression or anxiety.
only you can.
Only you can. What I can do is show you where you started being depressed, how you became depressed, and hopefully you make the decision to not be depressed anymore. But she was an Orthodox Jew. And she understood my man problems. She understood my work problems. She understood my weight loss problem. Like, she just understood everything, because they're not there to say, I've been through this. They're there to use their expertise to get you to a place
Where you can say, I can get through this.
I can get through this. And I understand how I got there. But people ask me, like, my boyfriend would be like, oh, how was your therapy session? I hated it. I hated the whole thing. I cried the whole time. And then the hour was up and I had to pay. And I was upset.
You're like, I can do this at home.
I feel like I went to the gym. You know, you go to the gym, you're like, why do I keep putting myself through this? Like, that's how it felt. It felt like a workout. So it's like, therapy isn't always a fun place. It's a hard thing to do.
It is.
It's so hard. You feel, sometimes I would go home and feel tired all day. But you know what? Who I was after therapy, and I still would do it. I still want to keep doing it. It's just a little issue with the insurance. Again, hashtag mind your business. But I would do it again. I think it's a lifelong thing. You need that. And I encourage everyone to do it as well.
Yeah, I have a little problem. I don't talk to people about my problems. I don't. I really don't.
I didn't say that because I'm a big person on vibes. When I saw you, I was like, oh, Micah, there's something that she don't want to talk about. But.
Yeah, and there are certain things you're just not going to get me to speak on. And I don't care who you are. I'm not going to open up to you. And people be like, oh, I can help you open up. You can talk to me whenever you're on. But like, you think you can? Go ahead.
It got to be on your time.
Go ahead.
And you have to figure out, see, that's I'm not coming for you. I just want you to be open to what I'm about to say.
She is coming for me.
And I'm not saying, and I want to be clear, I'm not saying this because I'm already there. I'm saying this because I'm with you. That feeling of I can't trust anyone and there's no one who's going to understand. And if I tell this person, they're going to tell that person. And now I'm on the spotlight and I'm going to be judged and I don't want to be judged. So I'd rather just shut up. That started somewhere. At some point, whether you was 5 or 4 or 10, somebody made you feel bad and made you regret saying something. And that's the fruit of that. And it keeps you bound. Because there's things that you're dealing with that you need to cry on somebody's shoulder one day.
Silence says she doesn't talk to anyone.
He's my dad, so he knows. I literally don't talk. And we have a really good, like, we have a better than me and my mother. She's probably a little jealous sometimes.
No hard feelings.
Sorry, Mommy.
But we have a really good bond. But it's just me. I don't talk to you. I'm gonna cry for like 5 seconds.
But you have to.
But I don't let it out.
You gotta find where that started.
I don't know.
Something made
I
you
ain't got
feel
time
like
to sit down and figure.
something made you feel like there's no safe places. And you have a father. And you know what the beautiful thing is? You have a father.
Oh yeah.
Who is there to protect the 2 fathers? See, you're doing better than most of us. You got 2 daddies. So, and dads represent protection.
Yeah.
So you have safety around you.
Heavy on the protection.
But you're safe. But something makes you feel unsafe. And it makes you closed off. And those same people, I mean, they're extreme, the people that kill themselves. But stress is a real thing. And when you don't release stress, it stays inside of you.
Yeah.
You get breakouts, you get fat, you get confused.
Okay, maybe I'm not stressed enough.
You may not get fat. You know, you may get skinny. Right, you may get skinny, whatever the thing is. But it comes out.
You're just living good. Sorry.
It comes out. It comes out somewhere, somehow. And it becomes you. Because I know, especially, I don't want to say, I don't want to go into signs and be like Scorpio women, but
There she goes.
we got trust issues
All
up
three of us
here.
Scorpios
Oh my
here.
God. But we don't trust nothing. We don't even trust the sun, the moon,
Because
the
you
rain.
know what? The sun's going to be like, oh, I'm going to shine today. And then it's
And then it
not
start
going to shine.
raining.
And I'm
Really?
like,
See,
it
I
comes
was
with,
right.
it comes with hail. And I'm like,
That's
see, you can't
exactly
even
why.
trust the sun.
You can't even trust God at this point. But I say there has to be something in you that wasn't who you were. Your parents ain't bring you out. Let me tell you why that's not who you are. I got a newborn, which is, I thank God for her. Shout out to my baby.
Yes, to the
but
little
she
baby.
trusts me and don't know me. Like, she don't know me. She don't have a mind that thinks.
Yeah, that
She be
says,
like, booby, bottle, something, feed me. Thank you. This cry is going to let you know that I am hungry. So I am going to trust you to feed me. I don't even know you. I lived in you. I know your scent. I know your voice. But personally, I don't know you. My mind is not unable to form any thoughts about you. But I trust you. So you're not taught to not trust people. Something happened.
just how you're not taught to hate people.
You're not. So
You learn it.
you learn it.
It's observed.
Something taught you it.
Yeah.
And you just have to go back to that place. But you don't have to go back to that place if you're okay with where you are. If you could truly say that being closed off, being isolated, not talking to people is going to put Amika in her best position, her best free self.
Yes.
It's going to make her into the person that she sees herself being, then hold on to it.
Yeah, because people be asking me the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know, somewhere with 9 cats. What do you want me to tell you?
Wow.
I don't know what you expect from me.
Wow.
It's bad. I've always
9
been this
cats,
way.
though?
No, I'm joking. Not 9. I don't want no cats. Probably on a cruise ship or something. I don't know. I don't know how I feel
Silver
about
cruise or
kids
something.
just yet.
But-
Melee cruise.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, that's really it. That's all I really had to say, I mean, for the last 50 minutes. To say, I like when people be like, I just had that to say. That was it.
I mean, you could say a little more. You got a few minutes left.
Oh, y'all could invite me back.
I thought you wanted to be my co-host. What happened? You sound about invite you back.
Oh, my God. I love consistency. And
You're
right
supposed
now,
to be here.
Right now, the schedule letting me.
Wait, where are you from?
Figure it out. My family's Trinidadian.
Oh.
And.
Okay.
Before my Vincentian family bust my head.
Oh, yeah, let it have Vinci too.
I'm a little half Vinci. You
So
know,
am I,
my
so am
father
I.
a little Vinci and stuff like that. So big up to the Vinci people there.
What parts of Vinci?
I don't know because I don't talk about it. But if you ask me what part of Trinidad now, we put
Yeah,
on the list.
that you could talk about, right?
Yes. See?
Chaguanas.
Actually, we do have a home in Chaguanas, but my family's from Claxton Bay, so big up yourself, South people.
Okay, all right.
I'm like a hating.
I'm not hating.
Where you from?
There's just like 100 Trinidadians in here.
Where you from?
Grenada.
Well,
Duh.
Grenada and Trinidad, they siblings. Half of Trinidad be Grenadian. Am I lying?
More like 3/4 of Trinidad belongs to
Be
Grenada.
straight Grenadian. You like, oh, okay.
They be like, yeah, I was born in Trinidad. My grandparents from Grenada. Well, guess what, sis? You're not a Trini.
Wow, heavy on the hate.
It's a very heavy, like, Grenadian station.
No. I feel like it's more Trinidadian in here because, like, we have some people in this team, like, they would fire us 24/7.
See, right now you sound Trinidadian.
They'd be like, oh.
Don't she sound Trinidadian?
No, I
Yeah.
don't.
I thought she was.
See,
They'd
you
be
sound-
like, oh, y'all don't play no Trini Soca. Like, where were you for the first hour?
oh, see, I play it in the beginning. Nobody's at the party in the beginning.
Well, that's
See,
Caribbean people.
no. We don't want to hear jab all the time.
That's a Caribbean people problem.
But I just want to say once again, thank you guys for tuning in. And thank you so much for having me. Good music and good times.
Girl, just GMGT.
Yes, GMGT.
And what advice would you have to give to somebody like, well, not me, but like me, who needs to,
Yes, because there's
you
a
know,
couple of people that said, I know that feeling. It's hard to open up
Yeah.
to people, especially when you've been burned in the past.
I've already been burned.
And then
Alright.
somebody said, I don't blame her. I hate opening up to people, and then boom, they use your shit against you after.
Oh God.
And it's happened a lot for you,
No, it does. Absolutely.
especially in your family.
Yes.
Boy.
So let me just be the devil's advocate real quick.
Jesus, let me drink some water. Hold on, because it's about to get real hot in here.
Because I'm like, I'm a huge contradiction to everything. But here's the thing. You have hurt someone before.
I have never. I'm a good girl.
I don't know you well enough, but why I say that is because people are always flawed. You can't miss, like, you can't skip out on that. And I understand being burnt in the past. I get burnt by the same person and still get burnt by the same person. Not now. I'm just saying in general. There's a scripture that I love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, meaning that somebody you don't know can't hurt you. It's the people close to you. And we have to stop putting the pressure on people to be perfect. Yes, if I open up to you, I don't expect you to go talk about it in the group chat. Absolutely. And we're not making excuses for that. But you have to admit to yourself that, oh, I'm okay with being by myself is a lie. Nobody's okay with being by themselves. It's not good that men should be alone. If that's the case, then you won't go to parties. You won't be on social media trying to make social media friends, knowing damn well these people don't exist in your real life. Yeah. Like if you so wanted to be alone, you will cut the world off, and we don't. So the fact that you have to say to yourself, I know I need people. And in order to find people that I trust, I have to be a trustworthy person. And that's the part that people don't want to accept. Yeah. That you attract what you are. Yeah. So something that you meet in somebody else is something in you. And you have to get rid of it in you. And life will attract people that you can trust. Outlets. We got social media heaven right now, meaning that you could literally write somebody that you follow, whatever you feel, and they might just respond. Put yourself out there. Yeah, you got hurt. We all got hurt. Everybody. I swear to you, my daughter, her neck did some weird thing, and I don't know anything about kids, and I know that hurt her. But guess what? She still lay in my arms every single night.
Thank God.
So you get what I'm saying? You're gonna experience something, some kind of pain, some type of issue. But give people a chance, just like people give you a chance. Me and Priscilla, we've been friends for, I don't know, 11 years, going on 12 years. If she tell you how many conversations we have had where I got hurt, my feelings got hurt, her feelings got hurt, she like, well, I ain't tell you that to tell her. I ain't tell you that for you to go in and say that. Because she know my mouth it be doing wrong things sometimes. She like, but I'm going to tell you after the party. Because if I tell you before the party, you're going to have 2 drinks. And then you're going to go and tell the person what I said. And I'm not going to tell you yet. But all to say, Priscilla still come to me with her problems. And I still go to her with mine. Don't we? Don't we?
That's my baby.
we still confide in each other. Because I'll be there up late. And I send her the eyes and she sent it right back. Like, what's up? But it doesn't mean we haven't been through anything. It doesn't mean I haven't violated her trust. It doesn't mean that she hasn't violated my trust. But you got to forgive people. And you got to give them a chance. And you got to free yourself. Because me venting to her does not help her. It helps me. So, any other questions?
They're just talking shite right now. Keisha said, I don't believe I attract. You gotta believe it.
I don't believe I attract what you are.
Understood. I mean,
everybody's different, but everybody's different. So yeah.
You know, I love perfect people. I never met them, but I love that they exist.
Who, perfect people?
Yeah,
they do.
I don't know.
That's the Scorpio sarcasm.
No, but I'm a respect of opinion. If you feel like you don't attract what you are, I understand that. But my thing is just trust people. Grow to trust people.
Somebody said forgiveness is a great strength. Many of us are too weak to perform.
Forgiveness is hard. It's harder to forgive than to love.
Forgive and forget.
It's so hard. I don't like the forget part. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't forget.
Yeah. People be like, "Oh, you forgive and you forget." I don't think you forget.
I don't forget that.
Nah. Why I gotta forget if I forgave you?
I don't think you forget. I think you forgive, and it probably doesn't live in your memory, but it exists.
I like that. Hashtag. Go ahead. It don't live there.
It doesn't live. It exists there. Because
I like that.
There are certain things, especially if it's something that hurt you, no matter how hard you try to forget it, you're not going to forget because it's not living, but it's existing in some part of you. Some part of you still holding on to it.
But then it's like, I think that we also try too hard to forget. Like,
Exactly. That's why it's never going to leave.
yeah, it's like, I mean,
If you have to forget it, you're gonna forget it.
We've been through some hard things, and we remember them, but it makes me appreciate our friendship even more because we actually been through things. You get what I'm saying? So I
Part of
haven't,
building the foundation, you know.
and character, and the walls, and the doors, and the windows.
Ooh, I got a lot of walls and doors. I don't know about windows, but I'm filled with walls and doors.
But we had to, that's
You know.
our story, you
Right.
know? And those 11, 12 years, it wasn't built on us loving each other. One time we had a whole fight in my hallway. Ask me why, I don't know. And I'm not talking about a fight, like a verbal fight. We had a
fist
physical
fight.
fight.
Okay.
Yes.
Come
Because
on.
we were locked out the house.
Who won?
And we was
That's all I
hungry.
And we
wanna
were
know.
hungry.
No,
won?
you gotta ask the doors in the building because no one else saw us. Okay.
Well, it wasn't a fight.
It was all right. I was
It was
like,
a little scuffle. You'd be like, girl, let me tell you something.
Nah, we was fighting, and then we walked in the house and we got food, and that was done.
Yeah, I think food. Anytime a woman is angry, just give her food. She'll be fine. I promise you.
And we was back the next day. What's up? Nothing.
Duh, because food makes everything better.
But you gotta
and trust. Food and trust.
I hope my significant other is hearing this. Food makes everything better. Stop sending me
So let me
flowers.
ask you, how
Damn.
are you? All right,
That's crazy, Michael.
We're not
Wow.
gonna big up the significant other, but let's just talk about it. How are you able to be in a successful relationship and be closed off?
Who said it's successful?
Oh, God.
I'm joking.
I mean,
The
you bigging them
shade.
up on the live. That's real public to me.
I mean, people don't really know who he is or who she is.
But you mentioned him. You mentioned him publicly, so he feels like this means something. Let me big up my significant other too. Love you, babe.
Priscilla,
Yeah, yo, bro. I've been single since I was born. I don't know.
from the time we come from the womb, we're
I don't
single.
have no
how?
sneaky links. I don't have no
Okay, so but how do you be in? How are you able to be in a relationship with a man or woman? I don't know who it is. I'm not looking at the live. And not trust them.
I do trust him or her.
So then you trust somebody.
Well, it's two of them. I trust both of them.
Wow.
Yes.
What's the song that was playing before? The first one. Sometimes, man.
Yes.
So
Sometimes,
she
not
has a man.
all the time.
Oh
but
God.
sometimes.
That's another day.
Oh, my God, hot girl.
But so then you're able to trust somebody.
I actually do trust him. He's
Which one? The sometimes or all the time?
The international and the at home.
okay. We're gonna call him A.
Man A.
Yes. And a woman. Well, it's A and B because the B is a woman.
Oh, you go both ways? Shout out to our Micah. Yes.
All right. Let me stop because this is gonna get real serious over there on the live. And people gonna be what?
I don't
Sorry,
want your
sorry,
family-
sorry,
I
love.
don't want your family to be like, you see that girl? Exposing
She's
you.
trouble. She been trouble from day one. All right, let me be serious. So no, he is actually a really sweet person. He's genuine. He's loving. He's supportive. Jesus Lord, he's supportive. He's kind. He's sweet.
Wow, get the ring. Get the ring, sign the papers.
He's very caring. He's just everything that you see in a Prince
Yeah,
Charming.
look.
Stop.
I ain't see this much smilage and cheekbones.
Look. The little highlight on her cheek right now.
Okay, I gotta go.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
He's he's like your Prince Charming basically. Sends you flowers at work.
Are you into like the whole Prince Charming
No,
vibe?
no,
So you
I'm
don't trust
not.
him because he's
But
Prince Charming?
it feels good knowing that somebody believes that you deserve to be treated like a queen.
Absolutely.
So it feels really good. And then the more that I'm opening up to it, the better that it gets. It's easier for me to adjust and to move on. I'm like, okay, I like this.
So you are opening up.
I mean, not about my emotions, but yeah.
So that's what my question is. Can somebody truly get to know you with you holding that part of you hostage?
Keisha, what do you think, girl? Yeah, I think so. It's worth a try.
So then you.
What the heck?
So then you getting rid of that bad fruit, because that's a bad fruit, girl.
Oh, girl, that's a rotten fruit. Not even bad. That's rotten.
Isolation. I don't need nobody. I don't trust nobody. Guys. Life's too short.
It is.
It's too short to believe that there's nobody in this earth of billions of people. There's nobody that you can trust.
Everything I just said about the guy, he's imaginary. Just so everybody knows, he lives in my head.
Wow. Talk about a cop out.
Rose eyes.
Don't get too excited over there.
But yeah, I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna blush a little more now. Okay.
let me read the live, because maybe I'm missing out on tea.
I'm gonna fill your cup up. Don't worry.
The print too small. All right. So
But-
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
one day at a time.
Patience.
Mr. Prince Charming, don't come knock this door.
Patience is key if she's worth it.
She or he? Who we talking about? Oh, you did that on purpose. See, don't mess with me. Priscilla, you seen that? She's worth it. It'll tie us up.
I'm like, I ain't playing these games with her. 'Cause you would never know. You would never know.
You would never know. I like being a mystery sometimes. You know, it's a
We-
little
Us
exciting.
Scorpios do, but at some point you gotta open up a. You know, it's gonna happen on your own time.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Y'all believe in me so much. I just love this.
I believe in women. I believe in people.
Yes,
I
and this
believe
is
in love.
all about women.
Sit
Hello.
with women, and we appreciate the guys that stopped in as well.
Yeah, they always stopping in for some odd reason to give their inputs and be like, so why y'all never talk about men? Because you don't matter at this
not
point,
considered
okay?
man.
I invited some of my male people to look.
Like, it's just like Black
and
Lives
support.
Matter. We're not saying like you guys don't matter. It's just that right now we're focused on women. Please and thank you.
Yeah, so
Give us
just
that time.
Take this time to appreciate your girl and understand her more.
Yeah.
Kareem, you gonna start sit with men?
Kareem, like another thing? No.
Or stand with them.
Right. Oh, that would be nice. Stand with men. I mean, y'all gonna stand up and do the show?
Oh my God.
Ooh, round table.
Yeah, but so
Jada
we have bigger
Pinkett.
table because by the time I drop my album,
Oh.
Because America lied and said she can't sing, but I found out that she actually can.
okay, so this is where we're gonna end the live.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, this is just like me and Priscilla's and Kia's conversation before. So much energy, so much vibes. Y'all are
I'm
so.
happy.
Aw.
I love this.
I'm happy. I'm so happy to be here. So happy.
So happy to have you. So, are you gonna fill that position? Yes or no?
We talk about that off the air.
I kind of need a little witness to this. You talking
I
about?
definitely wanna
We are
be-
gonna
I
talk about
definitely
this
wanna
off
be
the
back.
air.
I just want to find time that I could commit to being back. And if you guys enjoyed today, please let us know. You know,
Oh, they'll let me know.
yeah. Don't talk about me though, but tell me how you feel. Scorpios be like,
Tell me how you really feel.
tell me how you feel, but keep it positive. Thank you.
Well, guys, it's 6 minutes past 3 o'clock. I must say thank you for tuning in. Oh yeah, this is my news voice. I must say thank you for tuning in again. It was a pleasure. We had a very interesting topic. Oh my God. I'm about to start opening it up. So y'all gonna get annoyed with me when you see me posting things. So today, I felt this way.
Okay.
I'm joking. It's not
So
gonna
as long
happen.
as it helps.
Guys, it was a good day, as always. It was a really good day. I've been on the road since 10:30 a.m. Hopefully I get some rest. Keisha, Splash, Diamond, James, Ella, Scott, Kathian, my dad, James, Adrian. Okay, I can't really scroll to see everybody else, but guys, thank you for tuning in. We really enjoyed the conversation today. Remember, you can follow us at GMGT.LIVE across every platform. You can WhatsApp us at 347-309-5254 and tune in this afternoon for the show with I Am Mafia Don and I, Sasha.
Hey, Sasha. It's my big friend too.
We have two a very interesting guest in studios this afternoon. Please look forward to that. You guys got anything to say to the people before we leave?
Nah, I'm just here as a, but you have anything else to say?
Follow my wig company.
Yes,
My
Golden
best
Lux.
friend, Golden Lux.
If
Wig.
you ever see the wigs I be wearing, it's from Golden Lux. Girls, yeah, brand.
They
Golden
just
Lux
discuss
at
it, the branding.
Golden Lux Wigs.
You know what? Let me write it in the live.
Yes,
Please
so
and
I was
thank
gonna
you.
write
That'd
it.
be great.
If you need that lace front, we got you.
Katrina, thank you. For
Thank
coming
you
in.
for having me. Seriously.
And guys, remember, tomorrow is Friday. Jesus Lord. Back with the mad Russian, literally.
Mm-hmm.
The very energetic Alma boy, Lord have mercy. And the very ladylike
Wow.
Priscilla,
The me.
the soca enthusiast.
Big up to the soca
We got
enthusiasts.
that show in the morning tomorrow. Just look out for it from 6
Yeah.
a.m. to 9 a.m. Cream, any special treats for the weekend? Okay. Well. Oh my God.
Oh.
Extra special. That's what I meant. Jeez. Remember, next week, July 11th, we are going to be live with the Good Times concert series featuring the Inspector. Guys, look out for that. It is going to be aired live here in the studio. We are going to be backed by a live band. First ever. We are so excited. We are ready. And we hope you guys are ready as well. Tune in, and I'll see you again.
Good music, good times.
One good thing about music, when it is
Good music, good times. Delivered